love designing. Designing, it's always been a part of me ever since I was under the age of 10. I used to design my twin sister's clothes. At times I'd tear them up and do things with her clothes. I wouldn't do it with mine, but I would do it with hers. And it's something that's always been a part of me. I used to have a corporate job. I worked in corporate America. I worked with KPMG, Pricewaterhouse. I worked with Harvard University and in different roles. And I enjoyed what I did and I loved my colleagues. I always knew there was something else. And on the side, I would design my own clothes for special events. And I realized I'd be walking on the street, whether it was in Tokyo, in London, in Paris, in the really fashionable parts of the world, and I'd be stopped on the streets by strangers saying, "Oh, where did you get this?" And that happened quite often. And I realized, hang on, if so the simple pieces I'm making for myself are getting this much attention, maybe I should be doing this for a living. And one led to two, three led to four, and that's how it started in New York. As an entrepreneur, I've been given a lot of advice, and I hear so much. I read so much, and I've read so much. And one piece of advice which I hear, which I think is so wrong, is that all you need is your idea and take it and you'll make $1 million. No. It's one thing to have an idea, but bear in mind that there are thousands out there, some that have the same idea, the same product, or something better. What you need to equip yourself with, in my opinion, is a solid plan. Solid business plan. Whether or not you have the right team to execute it at that time, at least it's the only place to start. Solid business plan will always get you to where you need to be, and without that, as an entrepreneur, I don't think that would work, in my opinion. As a female entrepreneur in Nigeria or anywhere, one thing that I say we struggle with is the cost of production. It's really important to keep the cost of producing our pieces as low as possible so we can reach as many people as we can. However, because we now produce in Lagos, Nigeria versus in New York initially, the cost of the diesel, the cost of the generator, and the cost of bringing in labor from outside Nigeria, because they are better skilled, these are constant challenges. And then funding to start the business, funding to maintain the business, and funding to grow the business. These are all issues that we face. However, I think it's crucial to form a strong relationship with your financial institution. And that's one of the reasons why I'm pleased to be partnering with Fidelity, because they are giving young entrepreneurs like myself a chance and a voice so to be heard and to be seen by people who we would not really have been able to reach. And I'm really thankful for that as well. It's important for me as the head of a growing company to have a positive corporate culture. It's important that my team know that I value their opinion. One, because I do, and I don't know all the answers. And it's important that they know that they can voice their opinion. I want their ideas. I value that there are different backgrounds and their difference in opinion and their different way of thinking is what I want them to bring to our design table so to get us to where we need to be. So I often say that the dumbest question or the dumbest idea are the ones which are not voiced. So every idea I want to hear, good or bad, I'll take it in and then I'll take from it. There is a lot of advice I could give to a budding entrepreneur, regardless of their field. Get accustomed to hearing the word no, because you will hear that a lot from some friends, some families, some banks, some potential clients. You will hear no. Do not let it stop you. In fact, it should energize you. So expect to hear no and just keep moving until you get that one very important yes to propel you to where you need to be to start. Very important. Expect to hear no and keep going until you hear the yes that you need.